my father never went to school. My mother, she used to go to school, but she stopped when she get, I think, 10, because she was supposed to help her mama to sell the fruits, and the money that they could get from that selling, then they could pay school fees for her brothers. I started to go to school in that small school in my small street. It was just school for poor children. And when I get from class 6, and it was now the time to go to secondary school, that's where the war starts. And it was really, really, really difficult. My mom, I remember, we went to visit her brother, who was to be a professor, teacher, to ask for help, to allow to me to go in good school, and to benefit for good education for secondary school. The school where my mom and my father dream really to send me per year, we were supposed to pay $50, but we could not have that money. My father, he really saw something in me. I was really curious because I knew that I could not afford to go to a library. Yeah. So I asked for my father to buy for me a small radio. I could learn radio from France. And then I started to improve my French, because at school we learn in French, but at home I don't have people to whom speak in French. We used to speak Swahili, and the French is the language for people who went to school. But my mom and my father, they never went to school. And then my mom decided to start to buy, to sell fruits, to sell mazes, to sell everything she can just to get money and to send me to school. And I remember that it was the year I lost her. I was 12, and life really becoming really tough. And when my mama died, and then my father too, after 2 months or 6 months also.
Dying. Wow.
Yeah. So I remember when I lost my mom, and I didn't even have time to realize that I lost my parents, because I have to do something for my other brothers and sisters. And so I become like mom again for them. And I start to sell kind of fruits. I used to walk more than 50 kilometers per day. Take it from Rwanda and come to sell it in Congo, just to have food and to have also little money that I can buy a book, pencil, and blah, blah, blah. Because I knew that the only chance for us to come out to this situation was I have to break out. There is a big strength in the hope. I went to the church where my mama used to go, and I asked for help. They told me that they can help us, but only to pay school fees for my 2 brothers. And I said to them, guys, thank you. Just if they can go to school, me, I can still continue to sell something, then I can maybe try to go to school. I remember I started to go through trauma problem, because I lost my parents. I didn't really have time to breathe, and then I have to take care of me too. I was so young, and it was really a headache for me. We don't have food. We don't have any clothes to wear. I remember I used to go to school with one shoes. For me, just I have to go to school. I need to go to school. After again one year, we experience now the war. And then I was separate from my brother because I went to school and then the rebels, they attacked the town. So my two brothers and my little sister, they went
Okay.
in a way called Kisangani. They
Mhm.
walk more than 2,000 kilometers. They work, I think, for 5 months. They used to sleep in the park where you have lion, you have everything. And me, so I was in a kind of a refugee camp in Bukavu. I could not go out. If I went out, then I could become also a child soldier.
Soldier.
I had many of my colleagues. They were abducted. They become child soldiers. From there, I start really to experience a big trauma.
Mhm.
And I remember I lost my smiling for more than 2 years. I
Wow.
could not smile. I could not talk. It was really too much.
Mm.
One of my best friends, with whom we went to primary school, he was took by military and put in the army, and he was just 12 years. I really cried, and I saw how his family was broken because when he was took, his big brother tried to
Really
uh yes,
cover
and
him.
then they shoot
Yeah.
dead. And I was, what can I do for my best friend? The first things come to my mind was, maybe I can become the voice for these people. After my uncle from Kinshasa decide to come to adopt us, my two brothers, my little sister, and I, we went in Kinshasa.
Mm.
But in Kinshasa, was it I struggling to becoming orphan? Nobody is taking care of health,
Mm.
mental health. I was struggling with trauma, and I went Kinshasa with those trauma, and I start now to suffer with headache every day. It was just horrible. One time, I really arrived uh, to the point that I was asking God, I need to just to die. For me, it was too much. You live with people every day, but those people, they don't know you. And in Kinshasa, my chance was my English teacher and my French teacher asked me to go to make this competition
Mhm.
for French dictée française, to write and to speak. It's like I really realized that that was my doctor.
Mhm.
Because when I have word to speak, then I can make also word on my pen. And then Kinshasa, when I get my diploma, my uncle asked me, "You now, I think you have to go to university." And my uncle told me that I would like to pay to you what your mom done for me, because your mom sacrificed her
Oh, wow.
school for me, and then only I can't do it anymore for her. I will do
Mhm.
it for you.
Wow.
And I told him, please send me to school. I just want to, I just want to study. And it will be also my part of gifts that maybe I can say to my mom or my father. You never went to school, but me, I did it. I did it. So, and he told me, which kind of school do you want to do? I say, I need to become journalist. I want to go back where I coming from. I tell the stories because I know many of my friends, My family, we lost so many people in my family in the war, and we never know where those people was buried. And we have people today, they struggling with health mental,
Mhm.
and nobody take care of them. And just my community, my society, they don't take care of those people. So me, I just want to go there and speak about them. And they said, I will do it. We went with my uncle to the university, but then I faced another problem. They told me that for that university, I have to do 7 years, but the normal cursus is 5 years. They don't have enough spaces for people. That's why you,
It
for
takes
one
time.
year,
Yeah.
you do 2 years. I told my uncle, I can't wait because I don't know until when you will be with us.
Mhm.
And if you die or something happened to you, I will lose this the chance.
Yeah.
And then he asked me, if you can't speak for your people, what kind of thing you and I say, I can defend them. And then he told me, then you can go and study law. I say yes, I go. I went to university, and then
Wow.
when I get my first degree, I apply to UN because I was really wondering to know how can I help my community. And then after 5 years from UN, it's International Criminal Court. I think the big joys I have today is when I start to work to ICC. The judgment in the first case in which I was working, it was like the judgment was also made for me. It was the big day for me to celebrate the memories of my brothers, sisters, families, friends, and colleagues. That was really I was looking for. Kind of justice that can recognize that they were victims. For
Mm.
me, it was already enough. A
Mhm.
small thing that I can do and to impact others, that is really a big thing for me. I always say to people that you can do whatever and you can do and you can become what you want if you believe
Mm.
in what you carry. I knew that I didn't have money, but I knew that with my small knowledge, I can go far. I know myself, what I am, who I am, and what I have. Never define your life to where you come from.
Mm.
You are the one who know really who you are. And whatever you can do, do it.